No. Dealer's choice.
All right, swipe right there. Right there in the bag for you.
Thank you.
Enjoy. But yeah, like, what am I gonna do with floppy disks? And I can't.
Oh.
I didn't throw them out.
Oh, hey, Asper.
Is it going?
I'm doing good, doing good. I swung by for the first hour of the storm, and it's so funny because we I know I told you this when you called, but we were dealing with like literally one thing after another. But it was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I see your name.
An S-boost and nobody responded. It was quite sad.
Yeah, I see your name, and I was like, "Fuck!" I forgot to clock out.
Yeah, it's all good. I can adjust the thing. So I basically clocked you out, and I just added 1 hour to your total time.
Yeah, I didn't know if you did, so I checked in and then out, but it shouldn't have added anything. But yeah,
it didn't.
It was the only stall open, and I kept twatting out. I'd be like, guys, actually, you can take a look on Twitter. I was like, listen, like, if you need food, come now.
I get it though. I get it.
Because no other place was open.
Yeah.
And then the Warman guy or whatever, poor dude. He said, "I'm on the way," and I swear to you, he got here and immediately got kidnapped.
All right.
I was like,
That's
"Come on, dude,
unfortunate.
just let him buy a combo." The guy ended up buying a combo for the guy who got kidnapped.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'll take it. And when I'm working here, I'm legally blind and deaf that day, you know? Didn't see nothing, didn't hear nothing, because I ain't trying to get blasted. Screw that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fairly busy earlier.
You on accident and you didn't report it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Why?
You know, everyone makes mistakes, you know? Plus, listen, again, I ain't trying to upset people, you know? Especially if it was an accident.
Yeah.
Now, if it wasn't an accident, yeah, that's a whole different story.
I didn't know.
Oh.
I didn't know.
Oh.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Wait, didn't know what?
I asked Susie if she needs food since we're here,
Why
and she
you
thought
can't
that I'm
fucking
like,
get a girlfriend. Okay, this is why you got
Okay.
14 shorties and no number one.
okay, Susie, I hate to be that guy, but
Sorry,
I rather
sorry.
be in my position than your position. Just
Wait,
And why are you fucking blowing raspberries, you fucking fat old man?
girl, who the one covering their face?
You fat old.
I'm the fat old man.
You fat old.
Girl, what are you here for?
You fat old man.
What are you here for?
What are you here for, bitch?
I was here for food.
Okay.
Huh.
Fat old man, why you blowing raspberries?
What the fuck does that even mean? Blowing raspberries?
You know exactly what you did.
I have
Sound
no.
like a damn elephant, loser. Get the fuck out.
Are you okay, Susie?
No, I woke up a little cranky today. I haven't eaten yet.
A little. Might I recommend going to the Barefoot Cafe?
Really?
Why?
But I think it's just more accommodating for breakfast.
Oh my god, I just made a fucking pay slip.
Oh.
Forgot this shit. Thank you. Thank you, Eliana, for making sure the food stall is served and plump.
Sure
for
thing.
You know what? You know what? I'm clocking off duty and I'm gonna work.
Oh heck yeah, more company here.
Get out of my
Ex-
face.
So sorry. Sorry.
Oh my god! Did you just vault?
Standing on women.
Did you just
stepping
vault
on
over the
women.
counter?
Really? Really?
Well, I was.
Are you okay?
Well, now I'm a little bored.
Who the fuck? Never mind.
Okay.
Susie, it's gonna be okay. You're not you when you're hungry.
oh, they probably looking for a hostage. Look at
You
them.
know what? You know what? It wouldn't have been so bad if it wasn't for fucking Jasper. Jasper
Hello?
actually ruined everything.
Hey.
How?
You're not at your.
Because
You're not
I'm
in
standing
your
here
stall.
living my fucking best life. Jasper said, "Yo,
Wow,
while we're
you're
here, Susie,
just
you want
such
food?"
a
And I'm like, "Sure."
freaking amazing person is what you
And then
are.
he just stared at me
thank you.
awkwardly.
Um,
Who
I
the
just-
fuck
I
offers
just-
to get
I
somebody
just woke
food
up.
and then doesn't
Yeah.
get them the food?
Good morning.
I did okay. So like technically, I didn't offer. It was just like
Get
a
out of my
reminder.
face.
Since we're here, you might as well just grab some.
Get out of my face.
Okay, sure thing. So one combo and
See
one
you
drink.
later, out.
Oh, extra drink, yeah.
Have a good one.
Okay. Swipe right there.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Were you the one who got hangry earlier?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I just woke up.
Wait, so it wasn't you?
No.
Right
Are
there
you
on the ground
sure?
for you.
Yeah, I just woke
Enjoy.
you up.
This was like 6-7 hours ago.
Oh no, yeah, no, I just rolled out of bed.
Okay, different person then. I'm sorry.
What the heck?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm my own person, you know.
You are your own person. You're right. You're right. Yeah, listen, there's just so many people who come through here. Listen, I was working the stall for context, and someone showed up,
yes.
and I'm not kidding when I say this. The moment they got to the counter, they collapsed. Yeah. And it was just, you know, it wasn't even like I was like cutting anything, looking away, and like it was like straight up. They showed up, and they just fell to the ground. I felt so bad.
But you know what? At least they made it to the counter, right?
You're right. You're right.
At
Because
least they-
oftentimes, listen, if you're in line or if there is a line and you are about to pass out because you're so hungry, like, tell me. I want to give you something so that you can make it to the front of the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But when it's just so poorly timed that you just fall to the ground as soon as you get here, that's rough.
Poor person. Are
Yep.
they alive or did they actually, you know?
No,
pass
no, they were
away?
fine. They were fine.
Okay, good.
Yep. Also, don't forget to pick up your stuff.
Oh yeah, I know. I see it there. Okay.
I wouldn't want you to forget that.
Oh, no worries. I could, you know, I could see it there, on the ground.
Yeah, in a bag.
Yeah, oh yeah, in the bag, of course.
Yep,
of
yep.
course.
What
Yeah.
is
Okay.
the bag?
Well,
Good night.
have a good
We're
one.
gonna-
By the way,
Goodbye.
Nora, we are did she run off? She already
Yep.
ran off. Okay, well, never mind.
Um,
How's it going?
Brian, who works at the taco place, told me that someone shot someone because they put the food, quote unquote, on the ground. And I'm thinking to myself, they didn't put it in a bag,
We literally
it's
put
easy-
them in the bag on the ground.
so it's
I don't know
easier
why
to
they're complaining.
grab. Furthermore,
Yeah.
if these bitches knew what would happen if we tried putting each individual thing on this tray,
Yeah. I'm not
My
really
goodness.
sure why people get upset about everything. I mean, I almost got shot for defending the name of the stall, which is named after me, and someone called it shitty. And so I told him to suck my dick, and he got mad and pulled out a gun. So
it's like people are like looking for a fight. I don't understand.
yeah, I think he was looking for a fight because like there was no reason for him to randomly waltz up, shit on everything, threaten to rob my employees, and then expect me to not say anything. Like you're just what? You know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
People are
It
dumb.
is what it is.
You know, I'm
Also,
a clock
you
off.
still work here, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna clock off and head back here.
Oh, I got an idea I want to talk to you about and get your opinion on. It's for the food stalls.
Okay, hit me with it.
Oh, when you clock off and you come
All
back.
right,
though.
all right.
Yeah.
I'll see you soon.
Mhm.
Oh, hello.
How's it going?
I'm good. It's Gage. Second kebab shift. Honestly, I enjoy the back and forth. Oh, I can't turn. What happened? Oh, why is the... Hello, Scout? What the fuck is happening? Let's see. Mm. No. Something I can't because it's not actually in my name anymore. Something is definitely wonky with it, but it doesn't, like, it's not mechanically damaged. The parts are fine. So something strange has happened. Wait, are those things ready? I hope they're not around. Because that was 3 hours ago. Holy fuck. Elima Chopper. Oh.
Okay, and then I've just gone and grabbed a bunch of money.
He actually didn't pay me. She just drove.
Oh, wait, I'll pay for her then. Maybe she gave me the money.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Good, good, good. Another day.
Another day. You ain't wrong. It do be another day.
Another day, another bank check, another boost.
Boost?
Standards.
No, is Ventura and I going to the cargo ship and then shots are fired and it's like gang on gang. Class 2s, they're blasting.
Huh?
There's all sorts of fucking crazy.
Is that why we got down the roof?
Yeah.
I did
Pretty much.
question I did question that.
Yep. It's there was just so much shit going on at once. Like it was rough. And then there were so many down people. There was more down people than we had officers.
I'm surprised. This is Saturday. You shift 3. Like that's not normal.
No,
Okay,
it's also
what's
not
in my
normal to
head?
have fucking Ventura around, and I don't know. He's cooked.
Yeah, he's been up all night. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to go the fuck to sleep.
Yeah. He grinding. He grinding.
Before we actually clock off, we need to put at least the photos. You're doing all the report related stuff?
Yeah, I 42'd and then realized I hadn't even done a statement yet. So I'm just...
Yeah, it's that was a very large scale situation. Do you know who processed the VAFs?
I did all of them. I just wrapped them up.
All right, perfect. And did you notify owners?
I did, yes.
Okay, perfect.
I was briefly threatened in excruciating detail by Future Hendrix. He attempted to get me shot. He then pulled up on Ventura and Kane, and they managed to negotiate a stand down, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like future.
Yeah, I think Kane had basically said to him, oh, sorry, I keep calling him Kane.
Right?
Crane had said to him, "Look, I'll go back and talk to him. But if he determined like, hey, there's actually enough here for a VAF, then he'd give Hendrix a call and he'd back down." So he came and talked to me in Davenport, and we kind of went through it all and how it was seen on like 4 different scenes, and it was blown up there, and like we were going to be able to articulate all that. Crane said, "Nope, fair enough. I'd be happy doing this. If there's any argument here, it's one to be taken in front of a judge." So last
100%.
Last 30 was calling Hendrix, and hopefully I'm not going to get shot. We'll see.
I think the craziest thing is my 95 had a gun that came back to 5 hot gun situations, one of which was outside of statute of limitations.
Oh, jeez.
Not only that, Anderson's, the marshal that was there, he had someone who had 8 hot gun situations. And
yeah, someone must have spoke to him because
because he had 8 counts. Yeah, I called him to let him know he has to do them individually.
Okay, good. Because I saw it, and then by the time he'd gone off duty by the time I like noticed it. But when I talked to Davenport, and he looked, they were gone, and then so I figured someone had spoken to him. So.
Yeah. I've seen people, and even I've done it just for the sake of calculating time and fine, like consolidate all into one report, especially when you have like 8 fucking things.
8 reports is a lot.
Yeah. So like, I wouldn't say it's unreasonable to throw all in one report to calculate the time and fine for everything combined. So I called him inquiring as to whether or not that's what he did, and he said no. I was like, all right, well, for all of those hot gun things, you're going to have to escalate all the reports of incidents. Yeah. And it actually ends up not being too bad because then all the report numbers, if they were reports, the incident numbers end up being sequential as you promote them.
Oh,
ends up being not the biggest deal in the world. Yeah.
One after the other.
Yeah. So, while they were reports, they were definitely not sequential, but you promote them and then I get 15551, 15552, 15553.
Makes it nice and easy.
Yeah. It makes it not the worst thing in the world. All right, I'm putting in my photos from the situation, and then I'm going 42.
Yeah, good call. If you do whatever photos you've got of the Havoc specifically, pop them in because it sounds like he's likely to even if
going to foil
it
no matter what.
He's probably going to foil it. So
I'll make sure it's all there.
I mean, I'll be honest. Part of me now that I've cooled down because I got slightly frustrated when he was threatening me. I actually would be curious to see this particular one go in front of the judge because it hinges on the fact that it was seen at consecutive scenes, right? Even though we didn't actually have, no one was shooting from it. We don't have evidence of anyone shooting at it, but we've got it at 4 related scenes and then blown up on the scene of the gang shooting. I feel like that's enough, but I'd be curious to see what a judge said.
I'm fairly certain Future went down because the individual that was down next to the blown up Havoc looked like Future. I mean, they were masked, right? But Future dresses a very specific way. I have photos. I'm not kidding. I have photos of the pilot in the Havoc before the shooting occurred.
Yeah, okay.
Here, I'll put him up here. Just 1 second.
So you reckon he was one of the people that got picked up and yoinked as we were
I'm 90% certain that's the case. Because so here's the thing. I don't even think anyone realized, including myself, and I was in Air 1 on the camera, I didn't realize that hunk of fucking metal was a Havoc originally until afterwards.
It didn't look like much.
It just looked like, a piece of metal that you'd fucking find in Stab City, like
yeah, like just another barrier or something that they dragged into place.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I just have so many fucking photos from all of this. Hmm. All right, so if you take a look at the photos I just put up, I have a bunch of other photos regarding my specific suspect and also a bunch of the other vehicles, but I labeled it Havoc, followed by the tail number. If you look at the full-size images, you'll see clear as day. The person in 1 is the one in 2, is the one in 3. You won't be able to see them in 4 or 5. But if you look at 6...
Oh, bingo. Number 6. He's right next to it.
And that's the person who got loaded up into the Draugr.
Oh, that cheeky bugger.
You can very much so tell based upon the fact that it's all the same clothing that they went down to what I assume the helicopter exploding on the basis that they're right next to it.
Now that I see it, he was. I'm pretty sure he was wearing exactly that same shit when he was making a fuss over Dark and Sam earlier.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
He was wearing the same getup. Like, he's barely changed. He's maybe put on a slightly different. No, it's even the same mask. It's the same hat, same mask.
Now, again, for context, like looking, if you see the photo with them, like photo number 4, like the skylift is to the left. They're actively following it. That skylift landed, and people at Class 2 started opening fire. Not at us. So it had to have been either towards the Havoc or other vehicles that were in the area. And then 2 black vehicles arrived. One being a Draugr, one being the truck. I forget what the model was. Maybe a Bison, which is engine swapped. They started following. This Havoc was following all of those gray cars. Like they were literally gang 1. They were communicating positions because there's no other way those other vehicles would have been able to follow. And they were going on like blind corners and getting ready to open fire if they continued. Like the gray vehicles were stopping, getting out, and getting ready to blast. And sure enough, unfortunately, I can't say the same Draugr. Looks identical. However, I did not get a plate at the airport. But knowing Coop Torres, it's very likely the same one that was at the airport.
Well, Coop Torres' blood was on scene. So was Frank Scaletta and Maynard Schmidt. So it's only that we don't have Hendrick's blood on scene.
That doesn't make sense because he was down. His blood should have been there.
I wonder if maybe if he was in the chopper when it got blown up, maybe any blood traces kind of got burnt up inside the helicopter.
It's a possibility, yeah. I mean, additionally, if you take a look at how he's positioned, if there had been an explosion, for example, who knows? Maybe the dirt or sand sort of just absorbed it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
If there was a gunfight, I wonder how likely it is that he would have actually landed. There's a good chance he was shot down.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I mean, those things are fragile. Like they're tiny. I mean, think of how quickly Air 1 can get shot down and how we have to be extremely cautious regarding our positioning versus, something as tiny as a Havoc.
Yeah, they're paper mache, right?
Yep,
They
100%.
together. Did you have plates of any of the cars?
Yes,
For,
I
at the other
have.
scenes as well.
Okay, so regarding vehicles, I have a plate at the airport for the gray jugular. I have the Progress, which shows up as a Sultan Classic or Sultan 2.
Yeah, it's the my Batsu progress, but yeah, it shows up as
Yep.
a.
The
I'm just
Black
figuring them-
Bison. Unfortunately, I should have more, but what ended up happening was I was taking these photos, and for whatever reason, on a lot of them, the photo ended up being very tiny, as in, like, instead of it capturing everything in view of the camera, it was like a tiny portion of within that.
yeah.
I don't quite know exactly why that happened. This has never happened to me before. But it's happened on like 10 of my photos throughout this entire thing, which is really frustrating.
If you've got, like, especially if you've got a million photos, I don't know that we need all of them, but any that tie the vehicles that we actually secured on the final scene, if you've got them at the airport, pop them in there as well. Because if
can you give me the list of vehicles that got VAF'd?
So one of them there was the Jugular, ending M0N. There was the Premier ending 96L, and the Progress ending H11.
Okay, so I have I may have all three of those. Okay, so here's the thing. That Premiere, I don't have a photo of the plate at the airport, but what I do have is an overview photo of the Skylift, an individual running from the Skylift to the Progress, the Jugular right next to it, and then the Premiere at the very top. But
Perfect.
I don't have the plate of the Premiere because the camera's focused on the Progress. But it is
the only
there.
The only reason I'm thinking is I'm just trying to think if this does end up getting challenged, right? If our argument is going to be that the Havoc was on all four scenes, then the stronger glue we've got linking the four scenes together, the better.
100%.
So
yeah.
if we've got the Premiere, the Jugular, and the Progress on those previous scenes as well, and they all got VAF'd, it's less of an argument that he can turn around and say, well, the Havoc wasn't involved.
Yeah, not wrong. Right, I'll show you the top-down photo. Hold on. All right, I just put the photo in. It's titled Skylift Progress Jugular Premiere. You'll see the Premiere at the top photo, or not the top photo, but the top car.
Oh yeah, right on the runway, perfect. Yeah, that's. Hang on, let me see if I can.
And you can tell that it's not the tailgater because the tailgater that was on scene registered to Frank Scaletta had a black top. Just so that there's no confusion. And those are the only three. Actually, I have another photo of them at the top of on.
I mean, you can tell it's got that short, like the short trunk, or like the sort of thin trunk that a Premier has. I'm trying to find where's the photo of it. Yeah, it's got the same hood as well. It's got like the ridged hood, so it's definitely the same Premier, even if we don't have a plate.
Yeah, I'll get you this. I mean, I have another photo with all three when they tried to, like, you know, the off-road path that leads up to Dutch London. I'm going to put that. All right, I just threw in the other photo. Progress Jugular Premiere. Take a look at the full-size image of that. You'll see the Premiere is the one closest to the bottom, the Jugular to the right-hand side, and the Progress to the top.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Just to sort of, like, again, unfortunately, do I have plate confirmation of the Premiere? I don't. But given the circumstances, you know, it's not a surprise that all of them ended up at the same spot, you know?
Yeah. Like at a certain point, like it's no longer a coincidence.
Yep, 100%. And not only that, but well, actually, I was gonna say they were opening fire from the actual airport itself. Ventura would know which vehicle it was specifically, but the camera in Air One is such a double-edged sword. Like, in certain aspects, it makes, you know, certain things easier to see, and others considerably harder.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just it was very problematic. I ain't gonna lie.
no, that's fair.
But I'll make sure any additional photos I have involving the vehicles will be put in there. This is definitely going to get FOIA'd. Just expect it. Anderson might get the FOIA request regardless. I'll make sure all of my stuff is submitted within 24 hours because there's a lot that I have to go through regarding photos.
Yeah, that should be fine. Ventura said he's done a statement, but after the interaction with Hendrix, he said he was going to go back and flesh it out a little bit more as well.
Yeah. Not surprising.
Yeah, I realistically, I think for me, that whole scene was just, you know, a big scene for like our shift, right?
Yeah.
And then I was halfway through processing like 5 consecutive DAFs or 4 consecutive DAFs, and then had him having a go at me on the phone and twatting out that he was going to shoot me. And like he pulled up on Brandy asking like, "Hey, is this bird? Is this bird?" So that kind of it left me a bit flustered. So I just want to make sure that this is as watertight as it can be. I don't want this to come back and bite us.
Yeah, just know that Future used to be around during these times very frequently. So a lot of us know how he operates for the most part. He is absolutely a Karen. He's like, I don't know if you've ever encountered Hobbs, but he's not far off of Jay Hobbs. And Jay Hobbs is also just absolute low tier Karen. Just you can literally be staring at the same photo and he'll just say something to just literally for the sole purpose of arguing and claiming he's been wronged. You know, he's a I'll request a bench trial because I feel you violated my rights kind of person. As in, you know, something that should realistically end up in a civil suit, he wants to go to a bench trial for. You know, a bench trial in which his attorney would not have time to prepare and like learn everything except on the fly, but he's doing it for I couldn't tell you what reason. But yeah, the future's not very far off.
Yeah, and like at least now I know what to expect. I think normally I feel like I've got a handle on that sort of shit, but it was just sort of the sum total of everything kind of happening at once just got to me a little bit.
100%. It's gonna happen in situations like that. But yeah, just
I did. To be fair, I probably didn't help myself because he had me on the phone and he was just talking at me for a solid 2 or 3 minutes. And then when he finally stopped, all I said to him was, "Do you feel better?" And then he hung up on me. And then the next thing I saw was him twatting out, hunting Matt Bird or whatever he said.
Holy fuck. Yeah, with people like Future, they're very like
precious.
Special.
That's the more diplomatic way of putting it.
And sometimes the tiniest thing will set them off. And knowing, I'm not gonna lie, Future would not be able to form sentences if like 5 words were taken out of his vocabulary.
Oh dear, right.
I'm not kidding. If bitch, stupid, fuck, what else? What other 2 words would I throw in there?
The kind of like that uses those as punctuation.
I'm trying to think. What other 2 words would I put in there? Like straight up, I genuinely feel like he would struggle to form sentences. Like, just.
That checks out.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing?
Honestly, those 3 words and he'd struggle. I'm doing good.
That's fair enough. All right. My statement is done. I am fried. I am going to go and get some sleep.
Have a good one.
Appreciate you guys. Stay safe, right? Catch you later.
Good night, Bird.
I am also going 42.
So I should have 42 before I went to that cash exchange, but they took PD2 hostage right in front of my eyes. It's like I can't,
Like
ignore
from
that.
Mission Row?
Yes.
Who?
And then the guys that went and did Polito took PD2 hostage as they were driving back from impounding a vehicle in Polito.
Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna complete the remainder of my report for that large-scale situation by Stab City later. I threw in sort of the important bits. I put possessions.
I need to go through all the evidence that's there.
Which evidence?
There was a lot. All the casings and stuff and the DNA that was on scene.
Oh.
I think I put all the photos of it in, so.
So I would put are the 20 photos of evidence on scene Stab City, were you the one who did that?
Yeah.
Okay. I would, moving forward, instead of, you didn't do anything wrong, to be very clear.
Okay.
I would change the naming scheme to just like Stab City scene number 1, number 2, number 3, and then as people see the the evidence in the actual photos, obviously it's just going to be evidence related stuff. But alternatively, to make it considerably easier, if this were to be, let's say, taken to court, I actually don't know if a judge has ruled on this, but we do have a VR system that lays stuff out very well regarding positioning of all of these things in a very sort of clean way, as opposed to just there being a photo of a casing and not being able to determine on the fly which one that is. So I'm curious to know how judges would rule on VR photos as opposed to on-scene photos.
Maple said at a meeting the other day that the VR people can't do their mapping and stuff unless we have photos of where those casings and projectiles were found on scene.
Got it. So it's essentially doubling up on...
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Because that would be my first idea, is I just go and collect it all, and then, it can be laid out, but it does make sense that they can't put it back unless they know where it came from.
Yeah, that makes sense. It definitely makes sense. I'm gonna go into VR and look at this because I'm genuinely curious as to how big of a scene this is.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Doo-doo. Wait. That's actually sick. It pointing to multiple things? Oh, fuck. Wrong button. Why does it go all the way over here? Huh? Oh, it's because of this. I'm assuming it's I'm assuming just creating like a rectangle for this whole area. Damn. Seven, nine, four. The Havoc was down over here. 9840. Anything over here? We do need to check the airport ones. Though this can be done easier with the map. New map. Five F. How many of those do we have? Do. One. I was gonna go to the kebab shop, but I'm gonna be real. I'm tired. Might just call it. Penal code revisions at traffic stops. There have been rolled back. Number of changes have been removed / re-added. Also been reverted. Only changes that remain are those based on legislation. Aiding and abetting. Please double check all charges before applying them. Be different. When requesting a bench trial, include a realistic time frame for preparation before the trial starts. To collect all statements, process evidence, and organize everything needed to prove the charge in court. Practical with your prep time estimates. Better to finish early than be late. Submitting the request for a suspect to the timeline, confirm they're okay. Waiting the cells while you prep. Suspect does not want to wait and prefers to appeal the charges. The DOJ denies a bench trial due to being too complex. The suspects are to be processed normal. As the trial begins, the report is locked. No edits allowed. To make this clear, add "do not edit" in bench trial in all caps. Brackets to the report title so everyone knows it's active and should not be touched. Good example of what a bench trial is attached under evidence. Yeah, holy fuck, I'm be real. If this is the case, I don't know that people would get a bench trial with Rhodes. Sorry, you're not. If the report is locked, you are not getting your bench trial until the 48-hour period in which an officer can put in their report is done.
Good night. I'm going to bed for real this time. Good night.
All right. I'm calling it. Who is live that I can send y'all off to? NoPixel.hensgroup.com. I am sending you to. I'm sending y'all to Angelina. I stand by what I've said before. She is fucking hilarious. Chat, thank y'all so much for all love support. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for the follows, host rates, bits, donation subs, gift subs, resubs. I say this each and every time. I genuinely cannot have asked for a community to be built around channels. Thank y'all for being absolutely amazing. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Curvyelephant. Join the Discord, discord.gg/Curvyelephant. And if you enjoyed what you saw today, drop me a follow on Twitch. Appreciate that as well. I'm going to get y'all sent off.